We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes us beyond the 35.
I see Mike Gesicki make a catch. I'm reminded of his athletic ability and go back to the time we were leading up to the draft and showing his career highlights, including high school volleyball, where it appeared he was almost jumping over the net. I expect him to continue to grow in 2020.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Is good.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them for the big strikes.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. Might
play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them?
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Charles, but this draft is ultimately going to come down to one question. Was Tua the right choice or not?
Well, that's how the game's played, isn't it? And remember, we talked about Tua possibly going to Miami for about a year prior to it actually happening. And Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, 2 quarterbacks that were still on the board, those are the guys he'll get compared to.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Flushed out right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert, and he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
When we talk about defenders specifically line,
They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place, but you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
That's the
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills nothing.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 26-yard line. On play action, here's Tua out to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll get it down this time to the 7th. Play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Like a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see you've got to deliver the ball on time? Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Tua Tagovailoa who called his own number and finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here the NFL later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. Stephon Diggs past the 20 and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground with a tight end. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard.
Those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fighting him off. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football.
Right in your playbook, one-play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a leg.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Quarterback sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
To throw on 3rd down, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Allen's pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Bills.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Right back to him for 10 more and a 1st. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38. And it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Allen again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before bounce, as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And his throw is incomplete now.
Third down and 4 yards to go.
Allen to throw once more. And that's caught by Beasley. And the Bills are going to have a situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
And again, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Hang on, 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. Xavier Howard on the coverage.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
2-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. Points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds. Big hitter to start the drive, has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tua, a final shot before half. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Porter, and a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. It used to mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting up middle and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other?
Figured out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secure at the second level.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A big kick there. We'll call it first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, keeps moving.
Tua now on first down. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's able to take this one up to the
situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards.
Watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. It won't be a sack, but it's no...
Because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Now we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they are here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A big 4 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They will run with Singletary. The tackle made by Landon Roberts. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
That's caught by Howard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, it's Allen. This is caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now Allen, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From a yard out, and the Bills have taken the lead.
Especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time a 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 12. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards.
Touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Tua now on 1st down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got his man on the comebacker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Play action, now it's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And out of bounds right around the 20.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. This is Mostert. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Another run with Gaskin, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. It's football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. He hits Beasley right side.
Allen's pass.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. To throw is Allen. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Allen 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Allen's pass.
7 yards on the play, so that'll bring up second down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Allen to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Allen. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Down to an Eagles Tua, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Dolphins, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.